Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sitting back, chilling, but trying to get a little better light. Yeah. So I was having this conversation with a friend of mine today, and this friend they had an accident, man, maybe about 7 months ago, 6 months ago, and they had dislocated their knee. And during that time period, the healing process, it was like excruciating. The dislocation was out for a while before they got a chance to pop it back in, maybe an hour or two. And then she couldn't put no pressure on the leg for a while, rehabilitation. But during that time period, it was like my life sucks. She felt horrible, and I was telling her like, isn't it amazing that you don't even think about that no more? It's like it never happened. But in that moment of time, it was like one of the worst things that she could experience. Like she was helpless. She needed somebody to help her with her kids. She couldn't cook. She couldn't stand up. She couldn't go up and down stairs. Had to take off a lot of days of work. But it was like horrible. And it was kind of like F my life. F my life. My life is messed up right now. But it's over. Just like that. And it's like we almost forget about those times when we were dealing with some very difficult stuff. And once we come through it, it was like we just keep living, right? But it's like we shouldn't think about the suffering, but we should be thinking about the gratefulness of coming through that experience. So somebody with a bad back, once that back heal and they're able to move, once they're moving, they forget about it after a while. Like it's just normal. But when they were suffering, right when they started getting back normal, man, that was the best feeling ever. If you fast and don't eat for 30 days or can't drink any water, that first drop of water is the best water you ever had. But after a while, we started taking water for granted. So it's like we can't forget what we've come through, and we can't take for granted the things that the blessings that we have, because it's little things that we take for granted, especially once we've overcome them. Like that knee, she takes for granted getting up and being able to put pressure on that leg. It's normal again for her now. And I just want us to always remember, like, be thankful and grateful for the things that God has brought us through. And even though we've come through it and we're back to our normal lives, the more that we are able to appreciate the little things that God blesses us with and stay in a state of gratefulness and thankfulness, the less we have to experience certain things to reconnect, or because God almost have to shake us sometime with experiences. We have to be shaken and go through some trauma for us to appreciate and value the things that we have every day. But once you get to a state where you're always grateful for the little things, or you're always thankful for the little things, that's when you have really grown and matured spiritually to where you don't have to have a lot of negative experiences for that contrast. See, there's a contrast, between when everything is going good and when things are going bad. That contrast helps you appreciate when things are going good. But when things are going good, you always are thankful and appreciative, even when it may not be imperfect, be going perfect, but you got your health. Your kids are healthy. You got a place to live. You got a car that you might be able to get into. You got heat. You got lights. You got a lot of things to be thankful and grateful for, but we take those things for granted sometimes. So I just want to encourage everybody to, be thankful and grateful for the little things. And this applies to me. Sometimes I'm like, God, what I got to be grateful for real? Like, this is normal. No, it ain't normal, because I see people outside that's homeless, and it's not normal for them to have heat, and they don't have shelter, and they don't have clothes, and they don't smell fresh. They wasn't able to take a shower. They wasn't able to brush their teeth. So they're not able to wash their ass. It's a lot of things that we do take for granted that is not normal for a lot of people. So I know I have to be thankful and grateful more, and I'm encouraging all of us and all of you to be grateful and thankful more. All right? God bless y'all. Take care.